his own man, and he's an awesome player, man.
And you know what, King? What kills me is I don't remember Bird and Magic being called the GOAT. I don't remember Dr. J being called the GOAT. Where did this GOAT?
I don't know.
Where did this?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just like I said, it's for the media and for the fans,
Right.
like to have something to talk about. It's great, you know what I mean? You know, it's just life. That's just what it's about. Everybody's debatable. Everybody.
Have you ever
considered?
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever considered playing in the Big Three, man?
No, I couldn't play, and I'm not in shape. I didn't want to look bad. I didn't want to look bad.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I
just want.
I look at those guys.
Nah, I'm not in basketball shape like that.
Oh,
Yeah. Like for that type of playing, you know what I mean? I coach kids, I train kids. I'm around basketball. I could go shoot. I could go play in the park. I could even play at the YMCA or something like that with the guys run up and down. But not the Big Three. Some of those guys play overseas. Some of those guys still playing. They got some young 30-year-old guys, 34. Some of those guys still in shape. I'm really shape, real good shape. You know, I didn't want to go out there and look bad.
Yeah. Olin mentioned that, and I was assuming that it was the guys like you and Gary and Jason and Chauncey playing, and I didn't know it was younger guys in it because I really didn't. I looked at the highlights.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a mix. Some of them guys could really still play. If you old, I take my hat to you. You like that. I'm old for basketball. I'm not old for life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not going to run up and down. I just can't run up and down and really perform like I used to. So I don't want to go out there and look bad, and some of my fans see me that way. You know?
Oh, most definitely. Now, give me more about you coaching, because I had no idea that you were coaching and things of that nature. Talk to me about that.
So I coached my first coaching experience was with the CBA in 2005, 2006. I coached, and I loved it. It was a great experience. And then the league, the Continental Basketball League, it folded.
Mm-hmm.
Then I coached, my travel ball team, South Florida Elite. We was on Adidas Gauntlet circuit. We've been traveling for the last 4 weekends. My team played very well. My son plays with me, and I coached them, man, 17 and under. Try to get these guys some scholarships and some looks, for some coaches, and it's been a great experience for me. I play through those young guys, and I love telling them my experiences. Love giving back to those guys and practice, and love being around them and seeing those guys really grow, not only as players but as human beings, as young men.
Do you think you'll ever elevate to being a college and or professional coach?
I don't know if I want to do that. I know right now I don't. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know. The right opportunity comes, I may. But right now, my head ain't there to do it full like that. You know what I mean? Everybody say, oh, these guys getting jobs. That's what they want to do. I don't know if I want to do that. Like, whatever I do, I want to be passionate, and I want to come to work, and I want to work, and I want to do a good job at it. I don't know if I want to coach. I know I don't right now. I know I don't want to coach in the NBA. You know what I mean? So I want to coach the kids that I, deal with the youth. I'm really about the youth because they're the future, and I want to really give back, and it's more rewarding for me. Now NBA, if it comes to me, and I would, if I do NBA, I would love to be like a player development guy. Just working with the players. Like that. I don't have to be on assistant, a head, or whatever. I just work with the players. That would be great.
That's excellent, man. I think it's needed because people like you, and I see like Rod, he's an assistant. Is he still at Kentucky? I think he was at Kentucky the last time I know that.
No, he's not.
And you got guys like.
He's not there no more. No, he's not there.
Okay.
But you got guys that want to do that. If you want, do what you're passionate about. I always tell my son that. Don't just do it, man. Don't just do it to do it. If you have to, most family men or whoever, if you got to get a check, and you got to get a check, to do a job, you might have to. But I'm trying to find something passionate about where I can really make a difference in someone's life, and that'll be good for me.
That's excellent, man. And not enough people, I think, myself included, I don't think I do enough, but not enough people actually want to give back to the young people, because I definitely have mentors in my life that put me in a perfect place or in a better place. And it sounds like you have the same thing with your coaches and Bobby Cremins and so forth and so on, and Kenny Smith's brother and things of that nature. And the fact that you want to give back is a testament to you as well as your upbringing, because a lot of people just make their money and then they fade to black. When I look, you've mentioned financial literacy. What made you go into that direction?
No, because I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of my money. I didn't lose all my money, but my money was spent. My family was my worst enemy. You can't be taking care of everybody. You got to know when to say no. I had 2 failed marriages. I got 8 kids that's in my life. You got to watch the documentary, and you're gonna understand everything. It's out there. But that's why I hit them. And that's where all my money went to. When you got 8 kids, you got child support for 8. You got 2 failed marriages. You're trying to take care of your family, grown people, and everything. So it could be really hard on your pocket, if you don't make the right decision. But I had some great lawyers, that's been with me for many, many years that was able to help me. They put some money up for me, and I'm able to live a real comfortable life at this time. And I was just blessed, you know what I mean? So, that's what I mean. Financial literacy, it's all different type of forms. I didn't, investments and things like that. I never trust anybody back then. Nobody stole my money because I didn't trust nobody to give me $100,000 of my money and say go invest it. I wasn't going to do that. So that's where I'm talking about. I wasn't wise enough. I didn't trust to understand that. But now I'm starting to understand it and get financial educated by it somewhat.
Yeah, you know what? It was something brought to my attention recently watching John Sally in an interview. I knew some of what he was saying, but it was amazing that he said at the end of his rookie season, he ended up having to take out a loan just to make it through his second year. He said he didn't really pocket money until his 4th year in the NBA. Is that something common?
Yeah, definitely. Because the more money you make, it's real simple. The more money you make, the more money you tend to spend instead of just, living feasible. I think right now I live on, a need or a want. It's real simple facts of life, how you can budget yourself. Is a need or a want. Do I really need that or do I really want it? It's about spending. You got your spending habits and what you're spending your money on. And a little bit also has to do with investing your money, mutual funds and stocks and things of that nature. But you got to get educated with that stuff, to really put your money in those, things. But definitely, I think a lot of us inner city kids that made it to the NBA, is the more money we get, the more money we spend. And I think it's that simple. And we try to help too many people, no one to say no. So you can have money for yourself and your kids and things like nature. And do real power moves, businesses, doing things like that. But real businesses where you really educate yourself and you put your money into it, and it really businesses that's going to last you a lifetime. That's what you really got to concentrate on. And I never had the will or the want to do that when I was in the lead as a young guy. That's another thing. When you're young, you just want to play basketball, man. You just want to play basketball and just enjoy your life. You ain't really thinking about after basketball. And that's where your mentors and your supporting cast comes in. A great lawyer with no strings attached and no hidden agenda and say, hey, I'm going to set you up. This is what I need. This is what's going to happen, man. This is how we going to do it. A la, all the great players now. LeBron James, the way he's real educated himself and all the power moves he's able to do, and Dwayne Wade, all these all these new Kevin Durant and all Terry and all the guys now that's making all the money, they're really handling their money very well. They're doing it the right way. Where guys in our era, didn't do it the right way because I just don't think we was educated to do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, you're first generation rich. You don't know. It was a statistic I recently read that a black guy, even if he has money, has a greater chance of going broke than a white guy. A black guy from the hood has a greater chance of going broke with money than a white guy without. And because we don't have financial literacy. That leads me to another question I asked Olderness also. Is it something that you got, why don't guys like listen to Isaiah Thomas. He has a master's degree in education and things
he's
of that
very
nature.
smart too. He did it,
And you got Magic Johnson and these other guys. Well, Magic is into the ownership realm now. I always wondered why guys like those guys don't become agents, because I hear them speak about future, and do this and do this, do this. It seems like a guy like, hypothetically, Kenny Anderson is coming into the draft in 2018. It seems like Kenny Anderson would gravitate directly towards Isaiah Thomas. Why don't more guys, or why don't you think more guys go into being representatives so we can cut these pitfalls out?
I think a lot of guys are just straight, the older players that's doing well with their money and it did well, like Isaiah Thomas, all that. They probably don't want to go into that field. They're all right. They're set. B.J. Armstrong from the Bulls, he's gotten into it and did a hell of a job. With some great players and things of that nature. Some guys do, some guys don't. It's also a grind also, and to deal with some of these young athletes nowadays. So it's a grind, and some people don't want to go into that field because they're already set. And if you don't have the money and you want to get into it, it makes it even difficult. You know what I mean? To even do it. So you got to be set up. You got to get with a great firm, with a great law firm that understands, what's going on about the business and educated, about the contracts and things of that nature. But I got about 3 more minutes, right?
Oh, okay. Well, with that being said, as we spoke about earlier, I do this thing called, everybody has the top 5 and Mount Rushmore. I do this thing called the Supreme Court. And what it is it's the league is too vast for 4 people to sum up the league. Who would you put on your Supreme Court? Is 9 people. Who would you put on your Supreme Court of basketball? And then we can end the interview and thank you in advance.
I'm gonna tell you mine. I always say mine because we got to be. All right, my first, my all-time point guard, is Tiny Archibald.
Okay. Great pick.
That's my all-time. That's my guy, Tiny Archibald. Then I'm gonna go 2 guard. My 2 guard, I'm gonna go with the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Then a 3, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with I go back and forth all the time with Scotty and James Worthy.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with James. I'm gonna go with James Worthy. I'm telling you, these are my favorite players. Basically, I don't know if it's for the work. These are my favorite players. So I'll go with James Worthy. I got Tiny, Jordan, Worthy. I'm going with Big Shaq because he was so dominant in my era. He was like a brew. He was like just so powerful and dominant. Then I'm gonna go. I gotta go each position, right? 1 for each position.
No. You can
all the players, anybody. So I'm going with Akeem.
Anybody.
Oh, okay. So I'm going Akeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
I'm going Akeem Olajuwon. So I got Tiny, MJ, James Worthy, Shaq, Akeem Olajuwon.
Insane.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. Then I'm gonna go with